You're watching Masters in Trading Live with Jonathan Rose.
Hey folks, Jonathan Rose here. So I've been a pro trader for nearly 30 years. Now I help regular folks just like you trade like the professionals. That's why each day the market's open, I get on here and share some of my favorite setups, and I teach you strategies on how to profit from those setups. And if you're one of my paid up all access members, I'm going to spend some time at the end of these videos going through some real-time trade recommendations. So like we do every morning, we always get on here 11 a.m. Eastern time live. I got the chat open. Guys, Roger, Harry, Keith, Marie, Bob, thank you guys all for joining. I love when people are joining early, saying good morning, starting the day off. What are we talking about today? Well, first of two-day Fed meeting. Fed meeting announcements is tomorrow, 2 o'clock Eastern time. So markets, is it going to move before then? Well, the QQQs just closed a very, very important gap. We talked about that gap over the last two trading days. You can go back Monday or Friday to talk about that monthly gap that the QQQs closed. I'm going to go over that. It's such a crucial level, and that's the level that's going to dictate movement after the Fed meeting tomorrow. So let's go to the slide. I have all the questions up, guys. Thanks so much for joining. I really appreciate it. While I'm going to the slide deck, if you guys could give the video a thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed. It helps so much, and I appreciate that so much. So thank you. Okay. I got the slide deck open. Here we go. We're going to talk about the Qs, the line in the sand. I have a little fun bond trade that I want to talk about. And then a $10 million trade in Home Depot. I like this trade. It kind of makes sense to me. Buy American, going out 2 years. So I'm going to go over that $10 million trade in Home Depot. All right. Ernie, good comment. Let me read Ernie's comment because I like it. Ernie's prediction, based on nothing but my gut. We're going to go off Ernie's gut, is that we'll be lower until Powell's comments, but then we're going to blast higher. Okay. That's what makes a market. A couple of different opinions. Let me show you what I'm looking at. The first thing that we're going to start out is a monster level. Did I say that monster enough times? Because it's right here, guys. It is 480. Pen is slow. Bummer. I won't write with pen when it's slow. 480, okay? That is the level that we need to be watching out for. Let me pull up a live chart. It'll be a little easier to look at then. Slow. Okay, let me show you exactly what I'm looking at, guys. And I'm going to do this with just like a basic chart, like just nothing on it, just almost like because you don't need any fancy indicators on these things, guys. Here's what we're looking at. Keep things simple. 200 period moving average is what we bounced. We rallied up and failed at that 200 period moving average, okay? That should be clear as day for everybody. I'm taking off my price as a percentage because I want to look at the actual level. If we look at more data, let's say we look at 5 years. Keep things simple, guys. Look at that. 5 years of data. Stocks don't like, or indices don't like to stay around big numbers. This is a very, very, very big number. This is actually going to be 491. The gap is 480. So right now, last trade 482. 480 is your line in the sand. 480 above, we're going to go to that 490. Probably going to fail at that 490 level, guys. Anything under 480 is absolutely bearish. Very, 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 very bearish. Not just a little bearish, guys. Very bearish. What else do we have? Well, at the same time that the QQQs were nuzzling up to that 200 period moving average and failing, they were also walking up to its expected move. So we failed on the expected move. 492 sold off right back down to 482. Here is the monthly chart. The reason 480 is such a big number is because it's April's high and May's low. There's very, very few things more powerful than monthly highs and lows, guys. Always watch your monthly highs and lows. They are key, really important. Not surprised that we closed that gap at 482. I'll get into that next chart in 1 second. I don't want to change the topic until I've talked with you guys. So does that make sense, guys? Are we watching that 480 level? Any questions about the 480 line in the sand before I moved on to a next topic? And again, 480 is going to be our line in the sand. Everyone's okay with that? I don't want to move on until we completely understand this. 480 is what we're watching. Last trade, 482.42. Okay? My strong feeling is bearish. Bearish. Under 490, but really under that 480, getting really, really bearish. I think what's going to happen is we may range around going into tomorrow's number. I think we're going to go into tomorrow's number at like 479, 478. And I'm concerned that this market could get crunched. Okay? All right, guys. I'm going to move on. Moving on to this next topic. I got to talk about it. This next topic, I know it might be a little bit advanced for some of you, but I got to talk about it because I like the trade. So I'm going to move the chat off the screen and I'm going to open this chart up because I want to. 10, 18, 30. All years. These are bonds, guys. The yield on the 10-year, the yield on the 18-year, and the yield on the 30-year. That's what I'm comparing. Okay? This 10 to 18 is the blue line. The 18 to 30 is the green line. We did a little paper trade in our Discord. But if anybody wants to buy that green line, you can buy 1 ZB and sell 2 UB. And this spread, it's called the bob. Now, I know this is a little advanced for some of you, but I want to revisit this next week because I'm going to show you how that bob went up and they came together like this. And these are divergences. Divergences break apart and they come together. Okay? I know I have some bond traders on here, so I want to make sure that you saw this. I know this might be a little bit advanced for some of you, so I'm going to press forward because this won't be more advanced. Demetrius, that's going to be a tough trade to do with options. Just watch. Let's do a little paper trade. Let's look at Home Depot, though. Home Depot. Why did I find this trade interesting? Going out to 2027. 2 years away. 24 months. Someone is betting 10 million smackers on Home Depot trading higher. Now, I've been trading for 27 years. The biggest lesson that I've learned in my 27 years is that when somebody comes and bets $10 million on a trade, they know more than I do. So the best bet is to be humble and say, you know what? I might not fully understand what the heck they're doing, but these dudes bet $10 million on Home Depot going higher. So let's look at a Home Depot chart because it seems like a very, very sensical entry for a play in Home Depot going out 2 years. Home Depot. We're looking at Home Depot going back 20 years, looking at a weekly. This is a 200 period moving average. I put this on here because I'm a huge believer, guys, in keep things simple. When Home Depot drops down to its 200 period moving average, it's a long-term buy. Well, that's what it's done right here. So that may be one of the many reasons why someone, we call this paper, a customer, is coming in and buying $10 million worth of Home Depot stock. If I pull up the Home Depot options chain, James, yes, large, unusual optioned activity. Going out to 2027, 2 years from now, in June, and that's what it looks like right here. They did these yesterday. They're doing them again. Interesting. There's no reason they put this trade on yesterday and take it off today. If anything, my guess is they are adding onto this position, but somebody's making a very, very big bet on Home Depot trading higher in the next 24 months. So I would bet that they're right. I wouldn't be surprised if Home Depot trades considerably higher over the next 2 years. Let me just pause here. I want to bring the questions back up. What I always do, guys, is we do half of these presentations are free for everybody, and then we switch over to our all access. Our all access group, we share trades, we have a Discord community, and if you're interested in learning more, you can go into masterthenTrading.com/advanced notice deal. We just started running a monthly invitation for people to join. Usually you have to join for the whole year, but we're doing a special promotion. So check it out, masterthenTrading.com/advanced notice deal. And I'd love to see you inside. Everybody in all access, you guys don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about some of our Thinkorswim tools that we've been sharing in the community. You guys don't go anywhere. For everybody else, go check out that advanced notice deal, and I'll see you on the inside. Thanks so much for watching, guys.